Alright, time for the big unboxing. So today's video is of course brought to you by Palette Graphics Cards. Palette is the largest and most reliable graphics card manufacturer in the world. We have a few links in the description if you want to learn more about Palette Graphics Cards. 2080 Ti is finally here. Just one day after like the global launch. It was launched on the 27th. So I'm shooting this on the 28th. We just got cards. So we have the Palette Gaming Pro OC. So just to see where this places in their product stack. So this is not the high-end card. So it's not the equivalent to like the Strix or the G1 or whatever. This is one tier below, not the entry-level card. Like the entry-level cards would be usually like the Asus Duals and the dual fan basic card, no RGB lighting. So this is one tier above. So this is equivalent to like the Gigabyte WindForce, the MSI Duke cards. So that is where this card stands. So let's just take a look at the card. Nothing much to say on the box. It just has a big name and nothing really on the back also. So let's take a closer look at the card. Alright, let's take a look at the box itself. Standard packaging, nothing really special. That is your first look at a 2080 Ti. That's my first look at 2080 Ti. That's all of our first look at 2080 Ti. So we haven't seen a card in person before this. Okay, so why do these even exist yet? So if you want, you have a 6-pin to 8-pin converter. If you are buying a 250,000 rupee graphics card, you should have a power supply that has an 8-pin. Alright, so this is inexcusable. It's a very heavy cooler. So standard documentation, I guess. It still comes in the driver's seat for whatever it's worth. Alright, so the main event, the 2080 Ti. The packaging. We have an audience, by the way. So none of us have seen a 2080 Ti before. Alright, so there you go. That is the RTX 2080 Ti Gaming Pro. The first thing I realized, actually, the photos of this thing are really misleading. Like when I saw all the photos, I was expecting this to be a slimmer dual slot card. It's not. It's really hefty, and look, it's a very thick. It's a 2.5 slot graphics card. So this, I would say, is easily on par with like the Superjet Streams from last generation. Okay, how this works is it compensates for not having extra fan. Usually all the other cards in this range, like the WindForce and the MSI Duke cards, come with triple fans. So they've compensated for the lack of a third fan by going for like a super thick heatsink. Let's take out the polythene wrapping here. So that's what the card looks in the flesh or in the metal, because that portion is metal, so it's an aluminum shroud, and some of this stuff is plastic. I'm not a big fan of like the multiple textures that you see here. So this has like, I don't know, 4 different textures of plastic, which I'm not a big fan of. But in terms of build quality, it's pretty sturdy. Like it's really large, like it has 4 copper heat pipes going in there. So cooling wise, this should be able to handle the cooling requirement perfectly fine. In terms of looks, I'm not the biggest fan of the colored aesthetic. So it has this gold colored shroud going for. It does have RGB lighting, so like the GeForce RTX name there, plus that strip there lights up in RGB, so you can set it to whatever color. But your matching is a bit limited by like the gold shroud there. I would have liked a more neutral color. Like they went halfway there with like the silver parts, but if that was also silver, it would have looked really nice. And the backplate is actually pretty decent. So it's not a very large backplate, so it doesn't extend height-wise, but it has a Palette logo there, Gaming Pro logo there. Looks nice. In terms of connectivity, we are seeing first, actually this generation for the first time, we are seeing USB Type-C outputs, right? So if you have a USB Type-C display, you can plug this in directly to your display. The The rest is, I guess, standard. So we are seeing the same from last generation, 3 display ports, 1 HDMI. As you know, starting from last generation, like older technologies like DVI and VGA are being phased out, which is a good thing. It is a 250,000 rupee graphics card, so if you are getting one of these, you shouldn't really have a VGA monitor. Right, so that's our unboxing of the Palit Gaming Pro RTX 2080 Ti. So we have multiple videos regarding the RTX series about how it performs and if you should be spending on it or if you shouldn't be spending on it. It is a 250,000 rupee graphics card. Although this is the cheapest card that we have, all the other cards are more expensive. I think we put up the MSI cards, the MSI Gaming X Trio, the triple fan high-end card, cost 300,000 rupees. So in terms of like build quality and in terms of even performance, this is up there with like the best cards we have. There are a bunch of reviews of this particular card online, so you can check them out if you want. We ourselves are planning to do a few benchmarks of this, so hopefully we'll have this. If we don't run out of stocks like today, we'll have these in like a display system so that someone can walk in and try out a new RTX card. If you want to see more of this content, make sure to subscribe to our channel and like the video. And if please let us know what you think about the content and also the new products that we showcase. And before we go, I'd like to thank Digital Ear for providing us with all our recording equipment. They deal in all kinds of high-end audio, so you can drop by our location. They are also in the same location. I keep pointing that way because their store is right behind the camera. They have a bunch of like, super high-end, super cool audio stuff on display, so you guys can drop by and check them out. So we'll meet again with another unboxing.